So Jose Mourinho is back in the Tottenham dog after it's been a few years. Okay, he left United in December 2018, and then almost a year after, he's getting another job, and it is in North London with Tottenham. So let's look at this. Mauricio Pochettino was sacked. This is a man that has got some very good record in his 5 years with the team, five full seasons. I got them to the top four finish four times, and just the fifth one, just one time out of it. And you look at his record as a manager from Espanyol down to Southampton, and then at Tottenham, he came there as a newbie, but he left as one of the biggest right now in the world of football. And I think he's going to get a good job, maybe at PSG, where he played as a player during his playing days, or at Bayern Munich. I think one of those two teams will be able to get him because this is a very good guy. But totally, we shouldn't just totally exonerate him of his time at Tottenham. He's got a lot of money also to spend. Spent about £140 million in this last summer, bringing in three key players: Ryan Sessegnon, Giovanni Lo Celso, and Tanguy Ndombele. Out of these three guys, only Ndombele has been able to shine in few games. Lo Celso is just coming in back from injury and all those stuff. And Ryan Sessegnon hasn't even got any minutes in him just yet. So maybe we want to exonerate him a bit on that. But at the same time, you cannot just be getting close, and not getting any major thing. In this season, we saw that they've played 12 games, gotten just 14 points. That's totally unwarranted from that team. And by the time you also put that into perspective of what the tail end of last season was for them, that would be they had in the last 12 games of last season. They didn't get so many points as well. So putting it together, that's looking at 24 points in the last 25 games in the Premier. 25 points in the last 24 games in the Premier League. That's a bad record for a young man, for a young manager like himself with his talent at his disposal. We are not taking the fact anything away from the fact that he didn't sign any player during the 2018-2019 season, not in the summer, rather in the winter break. He didn't sign any players. That we know quite sure of. But in Jose Mourinho, they have found a guy that will get them the trophies. So here is my point at Jose Mourinho. Is the only or the first manager to have spent over £1 billion in transfer dealings. He has spent over £1 billion, and alone in his time in England, he has spent £925 million across his stint as Chelsea on two occasions and at Manchester United. And with this kind of play manager, you know you need money. If the money is not there, Jose Mourinho might not be able to deliver as much as you want him to. But Daniel Levy has promised to provide the money, but I don't think they will have the required figure to make Mourinho deliver as much as he will want to deliver. But for a trophy, I think they might just be able to get something. In the 137 years of Tottenham existence, they've only won 24 major trophies. Jose Mourinho started his managerial career in 2000, and he has been able to acquire 25 trophies for himself. That is in 19 years, he has been able to acquire 25 trophies. While Tottenham, in their 137 years of existence, have only acquired 24 trophies. So put that in perspective, and then you will look at the fact that bringing in Jose Mourinho might just be what Tottenham needs right now to get to win a major trophy. The last time they won was in 07-08 season, and that was a League Cup won for them by Juan de Ramos. And since then, 11 years after, they've not been able to get their hands on any major trophy in a team that has spent over a century in existence, only winning 2 Premier League titles, and not even none during this Premier League era. But for Jose Mourinho, has already won 3 for himself, and all the 3 with Chelsea. So he might just be able to, it might just be what Tottenham needs. And with the kind of talent they have in their team right about now, the defense, they've got Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld. Talking about experience, these guys are in their 30s, And in youngsters, they've got Davis Chance Sanchez, they've got Johan Foyt. These are guys that can also come into that center and do something in the right back position. Sergio Aurier might not be one of the best defenders, but I think he can also get to do something alongside Kyle Walker-Peters. And at the left back, Ben Davies and Danny Rose, two of the best left backs in world football. If you're mentioning top 10 left backs, I think these two guys should be able to sneak into that, and that's it. Then going into attacking forward, Harry Kane with a lot of goals in him, Omin Son, Eric Lamela, Giovanni Lo Celso that I mentioned also with 16 goals and about 10 or 12 assists last season for Real Betis before he was brought in, and that's a whole lot. And Tage Odobele at the center of the middle, we also add a lot of steel alongside the youngster Aaron Winks. I think he's got a squad that can get something. For the position they are in right now, no team has ever had as not this number of points after 12 games, talking about a 14 points and going ahead to make a top 4 finish. Can Jose Mourinho do it with Tottenham? It's a possibility. With Jose Mourinho, you can't count anything now. This is a man that always knows how to get something out of his players. He can get to play any kind of formation just to get the results. And he doesn't mind making his hands dirty, and that's why I'm thinking maybe Jose Mourinho might just be the right fit for Tottenham in this one. I'm not totally giving him the clean slate, but Tottenham also as a club needs to have a lot of conversation with Jose Mourinho about long-term projection. It is not just about getting the results now, getting them a trophy or something. What is the long-term projection? This is a team that over the years during Mauricio Pochettino era have known to produce a lot of stars from their youth. Harry Kane was little or nobody when Emmanuel Adebayo and Roberto Soldado were both relegated by Pochettino for him, and now we know Harry Kane to be one of the deadliest strikers in world football and also captaining the English national team, scored over 100 goals. That's something that we haven't been seeing much with Michel Mourinho. But something that I think we should all be interested in, and I'm totally, I wish I can't be wrong with this. Totally, because I've looked at Jose Mourinho in recent days since he left Manchester United, and he has come into this job that I get to do, putting train, talking about games, and I think he has learned one or two things, and we might just be able to Mourinho totally from the one we saw at United. A lot of people are saying he's a defensive coach. He's he always like to lock up the defense. He blocks the whole place. He packs the bus. But I don't think that's the Jose Mourinho we are going to see at Tottenham with the squad that they have. And also, people tend to forget that Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid was an entertaining coach, except when he plays Barcelona. That's when he gets to be all defensive. He was the first manager to score over 120 goals in the league season, and even making the record 100 points. He was the first manager ever to do so, and as at then, he had the Real Madrid team. So Jose Mourinho is not totally the kind of player that blocks the defense and totally not an attacking player. He plays what he needs to play depending on the opponent. And that's why I feel the Jose Mourinho we're going to be seeing at Tottenham, based on the current players available for him, would be an attacking and a pragmatic Jose Mourinho that will deliver. His time at Inter Milan, he did whatever he needed to do to win that major trophies. Like I said earlier, in the past 10 years, Tottenham has won nothing. But in that same past 10 years, Jose Mourinho has been able to win about 10 trophies. From the treble he won at Inter, he won the Coppa Italia, he won the league, he won the Champions League, he won the Europa League with Manchester United, won the La Liga, won the Copa del Rey with Real Madrid. These are many trophies he has won, alongside coming back to England to win the league and FA Cup with Chelsea. So Jose Mourinho is a serial winner, we know already, and I think he's going to deliver at Tottenham. And for Mauricio Pochettino, I also think he's got a lot of good years far ahead of him. If not in the coming months, I see him going to either Bayern, who is still not sure of who their coach is going to be. At the moment, they're leaving the job to the assistant, but we know they will want a permanent manager, and there are really so many of them right there in the market right about now. If you don't look at Max Allegri, and then you have to look at Mauricio Pochettino. So Pochettino will also have a good career for himself. He's just 47 years of age, so there's still a lot of years. And for Jose Mourinho and Tottenham, per I think it's a good mix. And Arsenal fans, I again, Mourinho is here to taunt you. And so, if you have any comments, just put it up on whatever you think about this that I just did. So let's look at your own option about Mauricio Pochettino, what you think he's going to do, how his career is going to pan out after leaving Tottenham, and also Jose Mourinho coming in to Tottenham. Let's see what he's going to do. Thank you, and this is